Hi, good morning. Thank you so much for having me. My name's Sarah Dealey. I'm a director in our country and site operations team, and I work for a company called Biogen, and we are a mid-sized biotech focusing on the development of medicines for rare disease, immunology, and neurology. Yeah, absolutely. So just thinking about like the bigger picture, I think we're fully aware of the challenges that the UK has had over the recent years and how all of the initiatives that are ongoing in order to move the needle. And I think certainly with the upcoming new clinical trial regulations, there's definite opportunity to capitalize on that. So us as a sponsor, we are really focusing on partnerships, particularly with agency bodies such as the MHRA, NIHR, ABPI. And so we're actually part of developing those regulations and then supporting best practice once they're implemented. And then thinking about the trust level as well, as we're working very closely and partnering with the NIHR for the implementation and launch of the CRDCs. So these are intended to be the new superpowers. They're going to turbocharge our life sciences industry. So we are partnering very closely to support the success of them, and particularly through, all the different products within our pipeline at Biogen. Yeah, so I think just building on what I said from a collaboration perspective, we can't do this in isolation. The panel was fantastic because there were two regulators there from DHSE, MHRA, and then two of us from a sponsor giving that perspective. So it's really emphasizing that partnership that can really sort of progress us in the future. However, one of the key aspects that I think we should all can't forget about are the sites and the patients as well. So we certainly collaborate extremely closely with our sites, our key opinion leaders, and our patients throughout the design of a clinical trial, the setup, and the ongoing implementation. And then something that we are incredibly focused on is that full circle communication to patients, not only from a trial results perspective, but also anything that they've fed back throughout the study, ensuring that we support them in the communication in terms of how we've implemented it and the sort of the effect that has potentially had. Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, as you said, rare diseases is a particularly complex area, not just from an operational perspective, but executing it. So we really try and again partner with our key medical experts throughout the design of a protocol. So we have extremely extensive conversations, based on draft protocols, and this is done globally, and then ensuring that it's harnessed to the UK landscape, really to reduce patient and site burden, to support the long-term implementation once we think about the approval and subsequent reimbursement, but then also thinking about the operational complexities in order to avoid amendments, right from the sort of front end and throughout the study. And included in those conversations are patient groups as well. We're really fortunate to work with some really incredible hospitals here in the UK, and they have embedded patient teams that support the PPI aspects of the protocols. And it's through that sort of those tripartite discussions that we really try and sort of execute successful trials.